All right. We're starting. Okay. So this is going to be a review. This thing looks like your test. It looks like your test. So if you know this, you know your test. Okay. No, I'm doing a recording, so please. So x3 times x5. We're just going to add that. When you multiply exponents, you add it. So this is going to be x to the 8. That's it. Next one. Nope, you're adding the top. Next one, 3 to the second times 3 to the first. No, that 3 does not change. Just like x, and it becomes something different. So it's 3 to the third. Because it's an actual number, we could calculate that. So either in your calculator, put 3 to the third power, or do 3 times 3 times 3, 27. Yeah. Next one, x7 divided by x3. 3 times 3 times 3. You actually multiply them. When you have an actual number, do the actual number. Now, x to the 7 divided by x to the third. If multiplication means addition, then division means subtraction. Good job, Maya. So it's going to be x to the 4. 4, yeah. Okay? Fair enough. Yes. Now, 5 to the 7 divided by 5 to the 5. You still subtract, even in all those numbers. So 5 to the second, which is 5 times 5, 25. So make sure you finish the answer, okay? You'll lose half a point if you don't finish. Okay. Next one, number 5. Exponent to exponent is multiplication. So x to the second to the 6th power is the same as 2 times 6. Yes, which is 12. When we get to there, can you ask the question when we get to that relevant part? Okay. Then we do the same thing with numbers. Notice how I'm doing it, variable number, variable number. It's the same concept. So in this scenario, we have 2 to the third power to the second power. So it's going to be 2 times 3. So 2 to the 6th power. So 2 to the 6th power. Because it's the third power times the second power. You multiply them. You do it in your calculator, 2 times 2 times 2, 2 times 2 times 2. You're going to get 64. What? No, you can check the recording. You just take the 2 and multiply with the 3 on that side. Yeah, what's up? No, just like you see how x stays x, 3 should stay 3. Well, after you do it, then you times it, but not before. You're just combining like terms. Then you do the math itself, yes. If it's a number, you do the math. Yeah, or some number, yeah. If it's a number, you do the number. All right, number 7. Number 7. X to the 5th times x to the third times x. So remember, that's x to the 1, and the answer should be x to the 9. Yeah, you just add them. It's multiplication, so you still add. You know it's multiple multiplications. Number 8. You have x to the negative 6th power. Good. In order to stop being negative, we move it to the bottom by putting 1 over it, if there's nothing left. So it's going to be 1 over x to the 6. Now that is positive, we're happy. We could circle that. Remember, we're just changing the negative to a positive. Other than that, we're not really doing any math in that section. Number 9. X to the 8 divided by x to the second. Move it to the bottom. That's what I did. X to the 6. Because I would do 8 minus 2. So x to the 6. What do you think? Good. So the first thing I'm going to do, because I'm multiplying on the top, I'm going to multiply the tops. So Hadar, I'm multiplying the tops. 5 and 6. So x to the 11 before we get there. Over x to the third. You want to keep going? You can keep it going. Sure. Then x, no, I like that as one of them is normally. So then x to the 8. All right. That's for the first page. More exponents on the next page. These questions are going to be more complicated because they're going to be a mix of the rules. They're going to start mixing the rules. The previous page was just kind of like one example of the rule. These are going to be mixed rules. So first thing I do, I should do what's inside the parentheses first. So when I divide, I subtract. Good. So that's going to be x to the 5. Good. To the 5th. Now, because there's a little second power, we're going to multiply it. We multiply. So it will become x to the 10. Next one. What are you going to do? So we're going to add the exponents. So that's going to be x11. And what about the 3 and the 5, the normal 3 and the 5? Good. Sure. Normal numbers, you multiply normally. So 3 times 5 is 15. Good job, Hadar. Normal numbers, multiply. So 3 times 5. If they're exponents, you add them. These are normal numbers, so you multiply them. Then you could do 5 squared or 5 times 5, which is 25. You still multiply them. Oh, I see what you're saying. My fault. Ready? Dylan. Let's say it was 5x times 5x squared, okay? What's 5 times 5? That's 5 squared because 1 power, 1 power. And this will be x to the third because 1 plus 2 is 3. But you do 5 times 5. What's 5 times 5? So 25x to the third. But you could just skip that by doing just 5 times 5. Okay. Yes. I'm showing you with exponents, but yes, with normal numbers, you could just do it normally. You're right.
It's but you do 3x.
No.
No.
Bingo. The answer for this one, anything to the 0 power, no matter how complicated or how simple, is 1. So since this whole thing's to the 0 power, it's just 1. Anything to the 0 power is just 1. Anything to the 0 power is 1. 1. 1, 1, 1. The whole thing. Because of the 0 on top makes it 1. Okay. Number 14. It's still division. So 6 minus -4. Wait, 6 minus -4 is the same as? Is it blue? Is it blue? This is just got your calculator. Been here for weeks. All right. So it's going to be 10. So it's going to be x to the 10. Come back. All right. Next one. Oh, go ahead. Good. It's -5 plus -3. So it's going to be x to the -8. But we don't like that it's negative. Good. So it's going to go down. So it's going to be 1 over x to the 8. So
that one, if there, let's say there's a whole number.
no, only the number with the exponent moves to the bottom. So it would just stay on top. Then the 5 will stay on top. Yes. Because that 5 does not move, only the x moves. All right, next one. Number 16. That's the answer to this one, yes. Because I got it. Because there's a 2, I'm going to give everything on the inside a power 2. So everything on the inside will get a power 2. So 3 to the second power, x to the 10 power, multiply. And then y to the 14 power. You need to. It's the test tomorrow. And then not add them because they're different. So the only thing I could do is clean up the 3 part. So 3 to the second power, or 3 times 3, 9. So 9, x 10, y 14. Which part? From this first part or the second part? Oh, 3 to the second power. I just did the math. So 3 times 3 is 9. And I would like to combine them, but they're different letters, so I can't combine them. And you get 24 in that case. All right. Let's go. Those are the problems. The hardest version, actually stay on that page. The hardest version, let's call this 16.5. The hardest version of this type of question will be something like this. 10 x to the 8, y to the 5, divided by 2 x to the 3, y to the negative 4. Yeah, that's a good one. So, in this hardest version of the question, the first thing you do is divide everything. So 10 divided by 2 is 5. x8 divided by x3. Remember, division means subtraction. So that's x to the 5. And then y to the 5 minus y to the 4, negative 4. So that's 5 minus negative 4. A double negative causes positive. So y 9. That would be like the hardest version of this question, where you have to do a couple of things altogether, okay? I subtracted like terms, basically, yes. But because that one was a double negative. And then, oh wait, one more thing I just realized, because I didn't realize this